One time in school we were learning math and I was bored because it's math, so I asked the teacher to go to the bathroom. On my way there was this cute guy who walked past me. I decided to be bold and talk to him. He was nice enough to walk me to the bathroom. I finished using the bathroom and walked out to find him leaning against the wall. I told him I would be fine walking to math class alone, but he insisted I go with him somewhere. I was confused and curious, so I went along with it. He took me to a janitor's closet, and when I asked why he took me here, he just looked down and whipped out his, as I was saying, he whipped out his legendary Pokemon card. Just kidding, it was a Battingladong, so I screamed out of shock and kicked him. I barged out and ran to the principal's office. The bell rang at the same time, so I was swimming up a crowd of people trying to get to the office because this guy just committed a felony. I explained my traumatic experience to the principal and the cute guy got suspended for a day. I got clout for it and told everyone he was small. Once I was bored at school, so I went to a different class during lunchtime, and for some reason I decided to throw someone's carrot muffin on top of the vent. People ratted me out and 4 teachers had to talk to me. They told me to sweep the floor at recess, but there was no way I was going to do that while everyone was playing manhunt. So I told them I wasn't their maid. The principal called my mom, but I denied all accusations. My mom believed me and got into a huge argument. We got away with it, but she does not know the truth. When I was in 6th grade, I had a huge crush on this boy and I asked him to the Halloween dance and he said no. I was really upset and my friend wanted to cheer me up. So at the dance she went up to him and asked if he wanted a slushie. He said yes, and she said she would buy it for him. So she bought the slushie and went up to him. Before he could reach out to grab it, she grabbed the waist of his pants and poured the slushie down into his underwear. He was so embarrassed. And one time I was on a date with my crush. We went to the movies and everything was going great until I noticed my teacher and principal together. They were both married, so we were shocked. After the movie finished, they confronted us and told us to stay quiet about their affair. But I was smarter and decided to blackmail them in return for perfect grades. They actually gave me and my crush straight A's. At the end of the year I exposed them and they both ended up leaving the school. They got what they deserved and I got my perfect grades.
This is a story of the time that I caught my neighbor's mom talking smack about me. So I don't know about you guys, but every single Wednesday in my middle school we would have a bagel sale. And some people's parents would come in to help out. And my neighbor's mom was one of those parents. And I had a best friend at the time whose mom would also work at the bagel sales. But this best friend of mine, her mom never let us hang out with each other because she felt that I was a bad influence on her. When in reality, it was the complete opposite. She was the one that snuck the boys in her house, if you guys remember that story time, where they peed in a flower pot. So basically her mom wouldn't let us hang out. And sometimes my friend would go with her mom in the morning, basically as a ride to school, and to help out with the bagels too. And one day when she went in with her mom, my neighbor's mom also was there too. So my friend starts eavesdropping into their conversation, and my friend's mom brings me up and says how much of a bad kid I am and a bad influence. And my neighbor's mom was like, "Oh wow, that's my neighbor, like we always suspected something bad about her."
So in the summer of 2020, my baby daddy was working as a salesman. But obviously, there is a lot that can go wrong with this. So at the time, we were making bank and getting that bag. Literally, I kid you not, $5,000 every couple of days. So you can say we were doing pretty well for ourselves at that time. But one particular night that he had a sale, I had a really bad gut feeling. These people asked to meet him about a block away from our house, and this sales product was worth about $3,500. But he had already made about $1,700 this morning, so I was kind of concerned about this next sale. I was laying in my room about to tell him not to go when he just went ahead and left. And that's when I heard yelling from down the block. I was like, oh my God, and I looked out my window and there was 4 guys surrounding him with masks on. That's when I heard my baby daddy yell for me to bring the money. I immediately said okay and started to rush to grab everything. As I was running down the stairs with the money and approaching them, I noticed that one of the guys had a gun to the back of my baby daddy's head. Follow my Insta for part 2.
This is my tattoo horror story. So this was for my 19th birthday, I believe. I really wanted like a tiny little crown tattoo on the back of my neck. I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, I need this tattoo. I need it right now. So I messaged my normal tattoo guy and he was already booked for like the next few days, and like I said, I wanted it right then and there, which was a very big mistake looking back at it. And it was a Sunday, so not many tattoo shops were even open in the first place, except for one. I wish I could just out this place. It is literally the most horrible place run by the most horrible people. But anyway, I go in. He told me that he could do it, but it has to be bigger because he can't do something that small. Which I've seen tattoo artists do tiny little tattoos, so that was the first red flag. But I was being impulsive and stubborn and I really wanted that tattoo right then and there, so I said okay. He put the stencil on me and it looked small, it looked good. After having him tattoo my neck for over an hour and a half, I started to get worried.
Story of the time this girl tried to fight me at the mall for no reason. I was a freshman in high school at the time and I went to the mall with my boyfriend and my friend. The mall that we were at has 2 levels. We were on the upper level. And just to paint a picture in your head, there's a balcony on top so you could see the lower level, but there's also 2 sides. So like a walkway on one side, a gap where you could see the lower level, and then another side. So we were on one side sitting on a couch, and the girl that wanted to fight me was my ex-boyfriend's cousin's friend. We always had beef for no reason, and it was never on my part either. She always hated me and always wanted to start stuff with me. So while we were sitting on the couch, I see her walking on the opposite side of the balcony, and we make eye contact. And she starts screaming, "Oh, look who it is! It's my best friend! Oh, look!" And immediately I was like, oh my god, great, we're gonna have to deal with this. I thought it was gonna end there. We ignored her so that she would go away. But nope, she walks on the other side of the balcony and comes up to us. She says to my boyfriend at the time, "Do you realize you're dating a..." Can't say it. Story of the time a girl tried to fight me in the mall for no reason. Part 2. So she walks up to me and my ex-boyfriend and she says to him, "Do you realize you're dating a..." Can't say that. And my ex-boyfriend just looked at me and I didn't know what to say. Then the girl started getting really nasty and getting closer to my face. The only comeback I could think of is ghetto life. So I just kept saying that and it got her more and more mad. Until eventually she said she wanted to fight me. So she's over here causing a scene in the mall. And my friend started to not have it. Once the girl starts getting closer and closer to me, kind of like jerking back and forth, being like, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" My friend was like, "Okay, if you want to fight somebody, maybe you should fight somebody your own age." Because my friend was actually over 18 and the girl was 17. And the girl was not expecting that. So the girl was like, "Okay, I'll fight you too." She was like, "I could take both of you easy." And I was like, "Bro, I don't want to fight you." I was like, "You hate me for no reason and you're starting a problem over what? Because you think I'm a skunk? Like, leave me alone." And the girl was like, "You're lucky we're in the mall. And you're lucky my mom said I can't get arrested again." Then we left.
Bye, sisters.